Because women do not come up off of good men.
Welcome back. I know y'all want some more of that content. And today we have video via TikTok. Link in the description. Let's check it out.
After a breakup, you might really be sitting there thinking to yourself like, damn, I wish shit didn't go the way it went. You know, I thought that was my person, yada, yada, boo, boo, boo. I did everything I could do to make this work, right? But what y'all need to understand, and what I still like have to click into my brain all of the time, is that there is something that God saw. Like, there's something that God saw in that relationship, or where it would have went if y'all still would have been together. So bad, so much so to where he had to make sure y'all didn't continue on. It might be some shit that person did that you don't know. It might be that you would have given your all and you would have came in the end and had the biggest loss in the future because of the person or the situation. I've had to really sit there and say to myself, like, damn, like, this motherfucker either did some fuckery or was going to, because no.
Yeah, did something behind your back. You know, God see everything. God is all seeing. And if somebody do something behind your back and you want his, he got your back. He gonna make sure y'all separate, you know? All praises due.
No matter what, bro, if you get out of a breakup and you do everything to try to like make that shit work after the breakup, or if you're in the relationship before the breakup and you're doing everything in your power to make this shit work and it's still not working, you have to assume it's because that shit just cannot work, bro. Like, there is something so detrimental to your life, to your health, to your wealth, something to where God is like, yeah, if you thought shit was bad now, if you thought shit was going bad now, you have no fucking clue what would have went down. If you thought shit was bad now, you have no clue how bad it would get if you found out what that person did behind your back. That's how I look at that. Especially when the person...
Whoa. That's actually scary. Because it's true, man. Further along down the line, man, don't tell them what can happen, man. You stay in them toxic relationships, you can end up in the grave. You can end up in jail. You know, you can end up with a child that's unwanted. You know, man, a real life heartbreak. It can end in someone getting unalived. And you just don't know how far it can go in them toxic relationships, man. I know it's all fun and games at first, but man, God does see things that you don't see, you know? So you do got to thank God that you out of that.
Wet gets karma and it's really, really bad, and it's some shit that you can't save him from, you're not supposed to save him from, bro. Like, you really have to think to yourself, like, damn, this person must have did or was going to do some foul shit. And when you think about it that way, it can change your whole perspective, quite literally. God out here trying to do you a favor and you're upset.
Yeah. Don't get upset, man. You know, you can let it burn for a little while. But yeah, a lot of these toxic relationships, they need to end. They got to come to an end before they crash and burn, you know? It's crazy. It's true, though, you know? This via TikTok, this lady right here is explaining how she can't go peacefully. She got to crash out. I feel it, though. Check it out.
I really do wish I was one of those people that were like, I'm just going to stay silent and move on. There is just so much power in keeping my energy. Man, I'm going to blow the fuck up. I'm going to blow this bitch up. I'm going to crash the fuck out every single time. Every single time. Oh my God, I try to pray it away, but I am so full of vengeance. I'm about to teach you a lesson. I think people think that when I'm saying what I need to say, getting shit off my chest, that I want to be understood. I don't want to be understood. This is the calm before the storm, before shit get violent. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you could tell she one of them type that's she devoted. She devoted to her man. She don't cheat. You know what I'm saying? She treat him right. And those usually be the ones that crash out. You know? It's people that do right by you. And then they look like, and they know they doing right by you. And you may be doing them wrong. You walking around with a guilty conscience. And they're like, I did all this for you, and you still cheat on me? Boom, and then they go up. She look like one of them types. She cute too.
I want people to know where they stand. So the day of my funeral, when you get jumped by my siblings and my cousins, you know, like, what was that for? They know what the fuck you did. That's what the fuck that was for. Right? I told them. And they carried it out for me.
Real talk. Chick like this ain't dime a dozen. For real.
Nice guys finish last. And I'm just gonna give y'all the perfect example of that. Do y'all ever see where it's like a bunch of cars in traffic trying to get off on this exit and it's in standstill? If you stay there in that line of cars, your ass gonna be late, just like all the motherfuckers trying to be nice and follow the rules. But the reason that the line is even stopped up is because of all the people speeding around the line and going to the front and getting up in there. Yes, it's a little rude, but they're on time for work.
I ain't gonna lie. I'm one of those people. I don't even gotta be going to work. I'm going around your ass. Straight up. I will not sit in that line when I know I can go around it. You know? That's just me. Yeah, link in the description, man. She from Chicago too. So we go around.